We're excited to be bringing you this podcast produced by our company, ADV Marketing. ADV Marketing develops high-quality and cost-effective marketing materials for a wide range of businesses. Our relationship-driven business model and customized marketing solutions makes us the perfect partner for small businesses looking to grow. I'm Sarah, Creative Director at ADV Marketing. Join me here with the rest of my team on Marketing Matters every other Monday to discuss business-to-business marketing topics. Now let's get into the episode. Welcome to Marketing Matters, a podcast where we discuss all things marketing related and how it applies to your business. So we're so excited to be here today. Y'all know me, I'm Sarah, but we had a slight change in casting since last season. Oh yeah, because this is the first episode of the new season. That's right. Anyway, we had a change in casting. And so now I have Morgan joining me. Say hi, Morgan.
Hi, guys.
So exciting. So Morgan, introduce yourself. Tell us what you do at ADV Marketing, what your role is, all the good stuff.
Yeah, so I'm an account manager at ADV Marketing. So with that, I take on a lot of the client relations and help with making their marketing materials and their strategy. So kind of a little bit of everything. And I just love it.
Yeah, well, welcome to Marketing Matters on the podcast. This is your first time, and I'm so excited about it. So we actually do have a really fun topic to start the podcast, or this season, I should say. And it is, should B2B businesses invest in ads? And this is actually inspired from a really frequently asked question from our clients, because let's face it, when people think of marketing, they think of advertising, which is not necessarily the case. It's really not the case, actually. I kind of qualified that, but advertising is not marketing. They're not equivalent. Advertising is a part of marketing. So, Morgan, in your time with ADV Marketing, you dealt mostly with organic, right?
Yeah, I have one client that we will be doing a paid campaign with, but that's in the upcoming months. So everything so far has been organic.
Yeah, so we really focus on the organic part of it, and then paid's kind of like the supplement to certain objectives. And we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
But first, we want to address why we're talking about this, because a lot of the times people are like, oh, I have this objective. The only way to do it is with ads. And it's such a misconception with how B2B marketing works and what value is derived from content marketing, organic marketing, inbound marketing. And I should say organic marketing is free marketing. It's what you don't have to pay for to post. So social media, your website, things like that, articles, really valuable things. And we want to know when it's right and when it's wrong. So Morgan, how have you approached paid and organic in the past? What have you learned about it? And how do you bring that learning in with your clients?
Yeah, so what I've noticed with paid strategy and just advertising in general, you're really pushing a product or a service specifically. You're not just pushing your whole business. So if you're kind of looking to grow in every area, organic is great for you. Keep doing that. But if you're a small business and you're like, I really, really want to push this one product line, then start looking at your paid options. But I wouldn't recommend it if you're just trying to grow as much as you can.
Yeah. And that's really good advice, because that goes back to purpose and objectives, like we hinted on. Always have a purpose behind everything that you're doing in marketing, because if you don't, then you don't know how to measure success. You don't know how to measure in general. And you also don't know how to optimize what you're doing. So that is super key. Also, the industry really affects whether or not paid ads are going to be right for you. Our industries are really niche. So our clients' industries are very specialized, very specific, and they're usually talking to a very small audience. So one of the issues that I've come across is search ads. So Google ads, that kind of stuff. New clients will come to us and say, I really think I need Google search ads. I want to be the first one to pop up on search results. And I have to remind them, I'm like, how many people do you think are Googling energy pipeline services on the daily? Because it's a very small subset. So search ads are really effective when you have high volume, or if you have lots of alternatives to choose from for keywords. But if your audience is just not there, it's just not going to be effective. What have you seen in the industries you've worked with so far that either could work with ads or couldn't? Because you have a cool mix of clients right now.
So I did a lot in food and beverage and agriculture, and I would say that they do a lot more paid campaigns because they're reaching a larger audience of people, especially food and beverage. But even on that side, I've worked with smaller businesses in food and beverage, and I never saw any paid ads from them.
Yeah.
And I know LinkedIn, especially when you're posting on there, they're like, hey, you could boost your content with paid ads. Like, let's advertise that. And I think Facebook and Instagram do the same things.
Yeah.
And don't fall into that trap. It's not always going to work.
Yeah. And LinkedIn is a special case. We're going to talk about that. So if you do choose ads and it's right for your campaign, your objective, whatever you're going for, LinkedIn is good for some things, but we'll get to that. The next thing that I want to talk about in the realm of deciding are ads right for you is your audience and where they are. So like I said, not everyone is just Googling like trusted specialty contractors for underground pipelines. Like they just don't necessarily go to Google for that information. They don't even always trust the information on Google, because would you really want that kind of service provided to you by the internet where information can be potentially not trustworthy? You would kind of want some sort of connection or relationship. That's the idea. But if your audience isn't on Google, then don't advertise on Google. If your audience isn't on Facebook, don't advertise on Facebook. It's pretty simple. But also, if your audience is on LinkedIn, like you just are part of one of those industries that really thrives on LinkedIn, maybe you can do a paid ad on there. So it really just depends on who your audience is. Always know who you're speaking to and why you're speaking to them. Always say that. Okay. So Morgan, we have some stats listed on here. Do you want to go over them and kind of talk through like what the conversion rates for each sort of platform is?
Yeah, so I can definitely. So for the conversion rate of display ads, and that's what's usually popping up as a little pop-up or on the sidebar of Google, it's only a 0 to 1% conversion rate.
Yeah, they're stupid low.
Yeah. Think about it, like it looks spammy.
Yep.
If you don't know what the company really is, you're going to think like this is totally sketch. I'm not going to click on it. For search, it's only, or conversion of search, which is like the Google search stuff, that is only 3.1 to 6%. So a little bit better. But once again, like Sarah said, how many people in your market are searching you on Google? Are they looking for that stuff? And then lastly is the conversion of LinkedIn post, which is 6.1%.
So that's the best one.
That is.
Yeah, that's like, and we have found that actually. These are surveys and sources, like the 6.1% on conversion rate for LinkedIn posts on average. That's from LinkedIn. And then there's a couple other surveys where we got the conversion rates for display and search. That's on average. I can tell you in our experience with B2B and industrial services, it's even lower for some of them. But LinkedIn ads that we have done in the past have been the best performing and the best investment. I will say though, looking at these conversion rates, LinkedIn being the most effective, LinkedIn can get really expensive because it all depends on how you set up your bids, what you pay for, what you're prioritizing. So you really have to be smart about how you allocate investments into that. And then the final one is conversion of print media, which is non-existent, like especially in our industry. Yeah. First of all, print media is like not even print anymore. It's going digital. So then you're talking about like display, and again, almost non-existent. Yeah. So print media is really just like a, hey, look at me kind of ad, not a, hey, look at the value I can provide for you. So yeah, with that, we're going to take a real quick break and we'll be right back talking about the best types of ads if you are looking to do advertising. So we'll be right back.
Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that break. So Sarah, next section, we're talking about best type of ads.
Yes.
So especially when you're services or B2B marketing, you have to kind of think of it like a sales exchange. What are you giving to someone and what are you getting? So what can B2B businesses give?
So a good example, okay. First, I'll talk about the favorites that I've seen on LinkedIn, and they're usually always on LinkedIn because LinkedIn like knows what they're doing in terms of B2B ads. And that is white papers, downloads, little click me things. Oh, one of my favorites that I saw and I kept because I'm that nerdy. I save my ads that I like. But it's a little slider post that you scroll through, and it gives you a sneak peek into a white paper.
Oh, yeah.
And then it's like, want to learn more, download. And it doesn't even feel like an ad because you've already gotten like the little sneak peek snippet.
Yeah.
And it's like valuable information. So then you're like, oh yeah, of course I'll download it. I know it's valuable. Those are my favorite. And it's because it's all about value. But that was a case study. You can do white papers, webinar invites. People think you have to have like this big live stream event to have a webinar. You don't. You have to record something and then deliver it. You don't have to have this live event. Mm-hmm. They're stressful and you don't always get the attendance you expect. So record it and then deliver it that way. Same effect. Discounted class seats. So if you're hosting a course with some industry association and you're hosting a class, a workshop, anything like that, offer a discount, offer reimbursement, something like that, invite them to sit in, that kind of stuff. Again, always focus on the value. And then also always make sure you're tracking who is downloading, especially for B2B. It's all about the leads and the contact info for you to follow up. So if you're just like giving out case studies for free, that's not the point of the ad. That is not where you want to be.
But I do want to add, don't gate all of your resources and turn them into an ad. Take those key high value ones and make that your gated resource or your ad.
Yep. Completely agree.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, I should say, so I gave like all these recommendations for like what an ad should look like. And like, this will be the best ad. It'll be so effective. I just want to manage expectations for everyone out there. This is not the space. This is not the industry. This is not the time or place for you to expect clicks to be attributed to direct sales or phone calls. Everyone knows sales and services is a building exercise, right? You're building trust. You're building relationships. It's incremental progress. And it's not going to be one and done. You have the most amazing ad ever and then you get all the sales ever. It doesn't work like that. You have to build something meaningful and long-term. So treat ads as a part of that process, not I'm going to skip the process by using an ad. It never works. Mm-hmm. Have seen it personally. It's not where you want to be.
Well, and that goes back to what we said at the beginning of the episode. Advertising is a component of your marketing. It's not going to be your sole marketing. You still need to invest in other areas of marketing and make all those resources for your ads. You can't just rely on them to bring home dinner.
Yes, exactly. 100%. Okay. That's all we wanted to talk about, right, Morgan?
Yeah, that's everything.
Well, thank you so much for joining me on this podcast. It's so exciting to have you. I'm so excited for future podcasts for this season. It's going to be great. Just to wrap up, be sure to subscribe. Okay. Oh my gosh. I was watching, what was it? The Amber Heard, Johnny Depp Netflix thing.
Yeah.
And so I literally was about to be like, smash the subscribe button because I just watched that episode. Anyway, smash the subscribe button if you can. Rate the podcast, leave your comments, let us know what you think, email us, message us on LinkedIn, whatever you want to do. We love talking about marketing. And then we'll see you in 2 weeks for the next episode. Bye, guys.
Bye.